I would like to give a special nail addict shout out to Jazzy, Miss Black Sheep Does Nails, Nikki, and Exotica's Empire for being the first 4 ladies to comment on my last video. I thank you oh so much. Hey my beauties, welcome back and welcome if you're new. My name is Sheena, and if you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button, and let's go ahead and get into today's set. So these are my favorite XXL full cover coffin tips from Look Forever in a nude shade, and for my gel polish I'm using 24K from Madam Glam, and I thought I was going to be able to use this beautiful blueberry spritz, but it didn't work out, so I ended up using bold white instead. So I'm going right in with my design today, and again I'm using bold white, and I'm going to start on my index making a different type of snowflake. Snowflakes are definitely a go-to in the winter, so here I'm just making a cross, and then I'm just going to pull out, as you see here, from either side, just to give it like a different vibe, a different feel. Super cute though. And excuse my hand on the right, it's really dusty because I actually had to file off the design on both my index and my middle twice with my e-file because blueberry spritz just wasn't working because of the swirls in it and just the beauty of that polish in a matte design that I was trying to do today. It just didn't work. I was trying to switch up the colors of this design and it just didn't work. But we are on day 5 of my Nailmas and we're getting there. I think this set here is really classy, a real like classy vibe to winter, a real classy vibe to Christmas, and I absolutely love it. So at the bottom of this nail, I'm doing my snowflake where you use your dots to kind of map everything out. So I did map that out. Now I'm going to take my nail art brush and use just the tip and go right through the dots to create another snowflake on this finger. And then I'm going to take bold white and just make some dots all around the nail, around these snowflakes to replicate falling snow. And then I'm going to use some clear acrylic, pour over to get it embossed, and then go ahead and give that a 30-second cure. Again, for me, Christmas sets are nice matte sets that are embossed. I just feel like it just definitely gives the winter Christmas vibe a good matte set, and I love it. So I did also go in with my dotting tool on the bigger snowflake and just put a dot at each end of every line, again to give it just a little extra special touch. And then once I cured that, I did wipe it off with a lint-free alcohol wipe, like a wipe. And I'm going back in with 24K just to add a touch of gold to the nails, and then I'm going to cure that for 30 seconds. For my middle finger, I'm going to go in and create a French tip using bold white. So again, I forgot about showing you all how I create my French, well, how I started creating my French tips to get them like they are now. But I basically can just map where I want my smile line to be, and then I just pull from either side at the same area and go around and form my smile line. If anything is a little crooked, this is the time where I'll go in and just straighten everything out. And then I like to fill the top of this, of course, or not like to, but I am going to fill the top of this with bold white and give that a 30-second cure. Also, before starting in with the design today, I did matte my nails. So this is definitely a matte set. So after curing that French, I'm going back in with matte on my middle finger to get that back matted and curing it for 30 seconds. When I come back out, I'm going to do a sweater design on this nail, which is why I did that. This is where I had problems with Blueberry Spritz. You were just not able to see the hearts that I was trying to create, and I ended up having to file it back off. So I'm going in and I'm creating 4 dots. I'm going to take my nail art brush and just formulate both of these into a nice heart. And that is the centerpiece. And then I'm going to go on either side and make a line. And then on the outer part of that line, I'm going to create some dots all the way down either side of the nail. And of course, I'm going to pour over my clear acrylic and I'm going to cure that for 30 seconds. For my ring finger, I'm going to do a candy cane nail. Again, I love this one. This was like one of my favorites. So I'm taking bold white and I'm just going to make the lines going all the way down this nail like so. I'm going to leave the bold white wet and then I'm going to pour that clear acrylic over and then cure it for 30 seconds. I hope that everyone is having an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you may be. And as always, I just want to say thank you so much to anyone that does take their time to watch my videos. It's greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, welcome to the Nail Addict family. And I thank you so much for joining me on my nail journey. And if you've been subscribed, new or old, I love you oh so much. And I'm extremely thankful and grateful for you all. And I'm going to put a touch of gold in every nail. So I go back in with 24K on my middle finger and just outline that French tip. And then for the ring finger, I'm going to put a touch of that gold in between each of the white lines and then cure that for 30 seconds. So for my pinky, I'm going to go in and I'm just going to create a small portion towards the free edge, like to block off in white. And the area that I outline here, I'm going to go ahead and fill that in and then cure it for 30 seconds. And then I did go ahead and mat that off camera, and now I'm gonna go ahead in with bold white and create 2 hearts on this portion here. I'm also going to outline the area, like make the lines on the ends a bit more raised. And then I am gonna go ahead and pour over the clear acrylic and cure this for 30 seconds. Then I'm gonna go in and make a half of a snowflake with using the dot method. And then I'm also gonna do, like, you know, the small little dots around with bold white, and then use my clear acrylic, pour over and cure that for 30 seconds. And then I come back in with 24K and add a few more gold dots. For the thumb, I did it exactly like the ring finger. Off camera, I added some cuticle oil, and I'll be back in just a moment with the final look. And here's the finished set. Again, giving classy, giving elegant, very nice winter set. But comment down below and let me know what you think of this set. And if you've made it this far into the video, I definitely would love it if you would like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and hit your post notification bell so you don't miss any of my future sets. I thank you all for joining me today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Remember to be the very best you that you can be, and much love to you all.